Mothers, nice having us here again today. And today with us we have Miss Nkiruka. Umpam, is it Umpam or Okonko? I'm saying Okonko.
It's Umpama.
Sorry. She's
Yes,
an
ma'am.
architect and a project manager. She's going to take the section today. We are having a chat with her. She has a lot of things to discuss with us. Today's going to be more of an interactive section, asking us questions. We talk. Please, let's make it as interactive as possible. We don't need to rush. If you're only on one topic today, is fine. So let's make her feel comfortable and let's talk. So welcome with me, Miss Nkiruka. You can take the stage.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon.
Thank you now for putting me on the hot seat. It as well. So for today, like Mimi said, it's going to be an interactive session, and it's going to be like a continuation of the last session we had on parenting. So today I have 3 topics for us to discuss, but I would like us to choose which one we should start with because I don't think we'll be able to finish everything in 1 hour. We want to discuss financial literacy for children. We want to discuss chores for children, and we want to discuss teaching gratitude and honor. So, like out of these 3, which do you think we should start with? Because I'm sure we can't finish all of them in 1 hour. What do you guys think? I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
PM, can you please mute?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So repeat yourself. The first topic is
Okay.
on chores.
The first topic is on financial literacy for children.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The second one is on chores for children.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is on teaching gratitude and honor.
Gratitude and honor. All right. So let's vote. Which of the topics do you want us to discuss first today? Miss Nadia, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So which topic are you going for first for today?
I'm sorry I didn't hear all of them. I just realized.
Oh, okay. The first one is financial literacy. The second one is chores for children, financial literacy for children, chores for children. Third one is gratitude and honor. And the fourth, is it 3 or 4?
It's just 3.
Yes, gratitude and honor.
Financial literacy for children.
Okay, financial literacy. Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Timmy, what are you voting for? Miss Esther?
Financial literacy is fine. Yeah.
Okay, financial literacy. Miss Esther?
Either of the 2 is fine with me.
It's 3. That means you didn't listen to what you said.
No, either of the 2 that the 2 super.
Okay, so financial literacy. Let's go.
Okay. So like this is going to be a very interactive session. What I'm about to discuss, I don't really know. I'm not a guru. I don't know much about it. I just read a book and it's just a very little knowledge that I have that I want to share. And I'm sure any other person who has much knowledge about it should also please pitch in as well. But before we start, I would like to ask us a question. If we could describe our parenting style, as in right now, in 1 word, what would it be and why?
Parenting style.
Yes.
In 1 word. That's a
I'll go.
All right, ma'am. Fuck.
I would say inclusive. And why I say inclusive? Because you need the support of everyone around you.
Okay. Okay.
Inclusive. Hmm. I'm still thinking of English I can use.
I'll go second.
Okay.
So mine is
Okay.
intentional.
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 Okay.
Yeah. And the reason is that I've seen myself that pretty much something that I do, I don't really put my mind. I just do. I don't really think deeply that okay, why am I doing this thing? Did I need to do this, or maybe I need to do that? So now I'm working on doing things intentional because so that I can achieve more doing it, not just to do something or let's just do this. No, I want to be doing things with intent that I want to succeed in doing it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
How about you, Ma? We're still waiting for you.
Me, I think I will go with intentional. And the reason why I'm choosing intentional is I try to like carry everyone along, my husband, my children especially. Maybe if I want to make a decision, I want to um, evaluate their opinion to be sure that I'm not hurting them or they are in support of what I want to do, their own point of view. For example, I remember when I wanted to get a job, they were the one that were like, oh, mom, we need to set up a game studio. We want to start working on gaming. We want to start a YouTube channel and we need this. They gave me the list of what they needed. And
Wow.
when they came, the laptop they needed was over $1,000, only laptop. And I was like, really? Why do you want a laptop of $1,000? There are laptops of 150 out there. They said,
Wow.
no, mom, we can't use $150 laptop for gaming because of this, and this. Sincerely, I understood what they were saying about it. So I was like, okay, pray for mommy to get a job. If I get a job, then I'll be able to afford that. So, oh God, provide job for mommy. So when I got the job, I was like, I got the job. Now they were like, okay, they time me because mommy have always been with them in the house for 7 years, for over 7 years. Now mommy
Wow.
want to start working. Are you in support of this? They say yes. So first week it was good. Second week, third week, they were like, oh mommy, will you spend some time with us? With us this week. And I was like, see, that's the challenge with working and having children. So, what are the things we can do? Okay, I thought of work adjustment. So I discussed that with my supervisor. Instead for me to work 5 days, I can work 4 days, but I will have to compress one of the days to a longer hours. So they had
That's
more time. So they were happy with it. So every time I go back to them, I'll be like, are you guys happy? Do you still want mommy to continue the job? They said yes. And during sales, November, I got them their laptop. They gave me laptop. So they were
uh,
so excited.
nice.
Oh, mommy, thank you, blah, blah, blah. So later on, I try as much as possible to still go back to them, any decision, even when I want them to do something, because I try to make sure they don't spend too much time sitting down with device, phone, TV. TV is only Friday, Saturday, and 1 hour. It's strictly 1 hour. Anything screen, I try to restrict their time. So I sit them down to let them understand the reason why they should not
Yeah.
stay
Okay.
more than that time. Not just, no, I don't want you and I don't want you. You just have to take it that way. No, I must pass the message across. They must understand reason why they have to do this, reason they should not do this. So
Well done, Ma. Well done. Well done, Ma. Mrs. Timmy, what about you? Is she here? She's just
I'm
joining.
sorry, my
Mrs.
background. I'm having a bit of background noise, so to say, but I think I'll go for intentional too, so to say, like making sure that we are all on the same page.
Okay, okay. Well done to all of you. Well done, well done. For me, I used to be a commandant parent. And in the book, like my word is my word, my word is yea and amen and final. But I am learning to become more flexible and more intentional with my parents. And like it was very hard for me to transition from that to that. Well, we're getting there. We are getting there. We're getting there. I think everything stemmed on the way I was brought up. My father was like President General. His word is if it says A, it has to be A. You can't twist it to B or C or it has to be A. And my mom was, well, God bless her soul. She was on the very shy, quiet, reserved side. I wasn't the kind of person who would raise her voice or compete with what my father had said. It was just like that in the house. So I picked up a lot of things from my dad. And I now realized that that's exactly the same way I've been parenting my children. Like, sit down, stand up, go there, do this. No, as in, there was no space to like explain why I was making those certain decisions or why I was asking them to do those certain things. But right now, I'm seeing that, okay, no, the way I've been doing it isn't right. I need to be more intentional. I said in the last session that it was difficult for me hugging my children because I never got that from my parents. Like if I want, I was asking myself, why exactly do I need to do it? Why am I doing it? But we're getting there. We're getting there. So let's dive into our topic for today: financial literacy for children. And well, financial literacy for children is more like teaching our kids about money in a way that helps to set them up for their future success. Now, um, let me ask, why do we think it's important to teach our children financial literacy? Why is it important? Anyone? Can we start with you, Ma? You said it's question and answer. I'm trying to do question and answer.
So why are you pushing it to me first? Yeah, it's very important. And the purpose of teaching our children as early as possible, one, it helps their spending habits. Two, it's orientates them. You don't just buy what you see, you buy what you need.
Yeah.
Three, it helps them to how will I put it? It helps them to be more yeah, I've said it earlier on, prudent in spending. It helps them to be more coordinated. It helps them to cultivate this habit of savings. It helps their saving habits. And you spend less. When you teach your children how to handle money, you spend less. I read an article recently, and the mother, it was on the parent related article, and the woman was saying something about, anytime the children want to go out to buy something, be like, point. No, it was one of my customers that was discussing it with me, not an article. Can you pick what you want to buy? And they will, mommy, I want this, and this. And she will realize that she has spent like over $500. So someone now saw the way they go to the store, pick this, and this, and now advise that come, give them the money. You will see that the way they spend will be different.
Mhm.
So give them maybe $100 or $50. You will see that they will plan accordingly. They will buy what they really need. And they will be it will help them to not to even, they don't want to spend it all. They want to save some money. And lo and behold, she did that. The following time, she gave them the money and drove them to the store. So getting to the store, she gave, I think maybe she gave them $50. I can't remember how much she gave, and was like, "Oh, mom, I only have $50, and I need this. But this that I need, do I really need this now? Okay, I think this is more important now." She said she just stood back and was just looking at them like, really? So I've just been shortchanging myself, spending a lot, And since then, that is what she has been doing, and that really helped. And this helped these children. The children are grown up now; they are married, so
Uh,
it helped the way they spend. I hope I'm on point.
well, yes, Mark, yes. Is any other contributions from for anybody? Like, why is it important for children to learn financial literacy? Any other contributions? The floor is open. Mrs. Nadia, Mrs. Esther, Mrs. Tim. Okay, she's here.
Well, for me, just to teach them from very early that they are not to be spending more than they can actually afford. That's just
Mhm.
something simple as that, and teach them how to save from an early age. Because my parents taught me not what you earn, but how much you save from it. So it can be as little as getting a little stipend per week, but they are saving $1 or two from it. It goes a far way, and it teaches them the basic principles that they can build on from an early stage in their life.
Okay, thank you, ma. What about you, Mrs. Esther, Mrs. Timmy? I think Mrs. Timmy added something in the chat that there are cards now for 6 years old. Yes, yes, there are. I've seen some of those things that I haven't really explored them yet. But one me, financial literacy is important. Like, I think if we as parents, we actually need to learn the act of financial literacy before we can actually teach our children. Because even like me, I just said I know how to budget for things. I know how to save money. But I don't feel financial literacy is all about just budgeting and saving. There's the part of investing. I don't know how to invest. I haven't thought about it. I'm just more of the budgeting and saving and spending. I save, I spend. But that investing parts, no, I don't know. And I'm really trying to learn because if I don't know it, what exactly am I trying to teach my children? There's something someone said that I wrote it down somewhere. Okay, that we buy things we don't need with the money we don't have to impress the people we don't like. I don't- it sounds funny, but it's true. But imagine maybe all this if you're going for a Ashrebi party now, and there's one woman that you've been, both of you have been quarreling since, you're not gonna borrow money to buy the latest lace just to impress and suppress and depress. Like after you wasted money, you've gone there to do everything. Like it is well, oh, as in when it comes to money, I think we need to start being very prudent. Like we're not here to impress anybody. We know our journey, we know where we're going to, we know the things that we actually need to do to achieve that thing. This thing got me thinking about this man that owns Facebook. What's this man's name? Mark.
Mark
That man
Zuckerberg.
only has only one shirt. Okay, it's not only one shirt, but it's just one type of shirt. And like that if this man that owns this multi-million-dollar company is only one type of shirt that I see him wear every single time. So what's me and I'll go and be looking for where to buy it. I'm not saying they're not good though, but just got me thinking I'm looking for where to buy designer bag, designer shoe, designer. When I don't have the money, like I want to belong, I want to feel that like if I don't have it, there's something missing. But I think it helps us set our priorities straight. And when we teach our children, it teaches them to become more responsible. It empowers them It teaches them, it gives them that confidence to be able to handle money wisely. It helps them to avoid any financial pitfall. It helps them to think about investing. It helps them learn how to use a little money to grow more money and grow more money and grow more money. Think so. Those of you that were taught by your parents, people are very lucky. Like you don't know what you have. Honestly. So me, I'm struggling. Yesterday I was teaching my son about needs and wants. And he kept on asking me, Mom, what's the difference between needs and wants? Like, how will I explain to this young man? Then I told him, okay, that he should hold his breath. But can he breathe? He said no. It's like, okay, so we need air to survive. So what about toys? Like, do you need toys to breathe? He said no. So do you know? So if I gave you if I gave you the option of breathing and a toy, which one will you choose? No, this boy chose toy. I looked at him. No, I'm trying to explain something to you. Like, okay, I start with you need clothes so you won't go out naked, and you want toys, so you just play with it, and you get tired of it later on. Which one will you take? Will you take the clothes or you take the toys? He still said toys. Like, no, I must be doing something very wrong. Well, we'll get there. We'll keep working on it. We'll get there. Honestly, it's I just wish there was like if one finance. Is there anyone here that has like the financial knowledge? Please share. Like, wow, why is financial literacy really important? Like, why do we need to start it now? I think we even need to start it very early as the student are 3, or I think 3 is okay, but maybe start teaching them savings. Buy all those colo boxes we used to have, those piggy bank. Buy
Yeah.
them, start saving money. I just recently started there's this thing I started with my son. I bought 3 jars for him. I wrote spend, save, and gift. So I told him anytime he helps mommy in the house and you do any little house chores that I didn't ask you to do, just do them freely. I'll give him a coin. Like, really, mom? Say yes. This boy starts sweeping the kitchen. He stopped the kitchen. He arranged the house. He went to ask his daddy, "Dad, do you need any help?" Just because he wanted to get a coin. Like, okay, I have to be ready for him. So he did that the first week we started, and it's like he's now laid back. I said, no, I have to. What else can I do to ginger him? Because I really need to teach him. I didn't learn it. I never learned it. I just learned how to budget. I used to go to market a lot for my mom. She would write down the list of everything, write the prices beside them, and I'll go to the market and buy it according to that list and bring change. Sometimes I'll not bring the change. I will tell her, Auntie Maria sold this one higher than the price, because I'll use that change to go and buy sweets just to live. But at least I learned how to do all those ones. I learned how to save, but I feel it's more than that. The investing parts, the learning how to use money to grow money, that part I'm not really so good in that. And we'll get there. So does anyone have anything to add? Please, this is an interactive session for us. Why is it important? Why do we need to teach our children? What else do we need to learn from each other?
The use of piggy bank is, I can say, is one of the first easy step we can do. As long as the boy or the girl can start talking. I remember, I think I introduced piggy bank to my first son, maybe at the age of 2. So I tell him, I bought I still have it in the house. Any coin it says around the house, put it inside the piggy bank. So he always pick coins on the floor in the house. And I told him, when we get out, you don't pick coin. The coin outside the house is not for you. So he has learned that from when he was 2 years. So if we go to the store and we come back, anytime we come back from the store, the coin we get from the store, we'll put it in the piggy bank. And this piggy bank has a counter. So, and
Oh,
he
okay.
loves numbers. So it's from that time he started counting how many cents. So it will go there and press it. Oh, mommy, it's 10 cents. Mommy, it's 20 cents. It's 30 cents. So, and that even helped him because he had a speech delay. So in the course of that, he started talking with money. So when he picks it, he can pick those he can pick those numbers and talk. My son could not really talk, but when it comes to counting coins, he can talk. So with that, little by little, it helped. And I remember when we were growing up, yes, both of my parents were business tycoons, even though they have their job. We were introduced to business at a very early
Mm,
stage. Myself and my siblings, most times we go to the market with my mom because she sells fabrics, she sells shoes and bags, designer shoes and
yeah.
bags, suits. So with that, and me especially, I think I started into business, like fully into business, maybe around 10, age of 10. So we help her, myself and my siblings, we help her to count our money because I
Wow.
think the market is always every 2 weeks. The main market is every 2 weeks. So we make a lot of money. When we get to the house, the four of us, we love money. So we'll come together, we start counting and counting. We sort it. We sort the money, record it
Mm-hmm.
because my mom is a commercial teacher. She's into accounting, bookkeeping, whatever, all these accounting stuff, typing, shorthand. That's her own area of. She's a retired teacher, but she was teaching commercial class. I can't remember, but I know she was doing typing. So we were used to. She would tell us, "You put this, deal it this way." So we're used to it. So anytime we go to the market, maybe a rice seller is passing and we want to buy food. Oh, mommy, I feel like eating rice. How much have you made today? That's the first. Yes. So, how much have you made today? So, if you have made money, then you are qualified to eat. So, that teaching helped us. So, along the line, when we were growing, by the time we were in maybe GS1, I was the firstborn of the family. I encouraged my siblings, say, don't let us be spending our pocket money anyhow. The school we attended, we do buy tickets for meal. My father will give me the money for ticket to buy. I will go and toast my siblings, say, don't let us buy tickets. Let's save this money. Let's save this money. So yes, the youngest of us, we get a biscuit. Whenever our dad dropped us in front of the school gate, she will cry, "Daddy, I want biscuit." So daddy will give her money for biscuits. She will buy biscuits. So that will not affect the meal because she's the one that, because if she's hungry, she's the one that will go and report to her parents that she was hungry. So now we'll collect the money. We had a book, like you can tick it. It's like a checker book. I listed the names of the four of us. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. A contributed 5 naira or $2 or whatever. You tick it, and we add a piggy bank on top. You know the way all these Nigerian parents build their house, they will have one something in the living room.
Yes.
That's where we kept the piggy bank. We use the Milo tin to do that. We put it there. So we keep on saving, and 90, 92, 93, we're like, we want to save 1 million naira. Please. 92, 93. We wanted to save 1 million naira. Yes, because we have that mind. So that helped us. We don't just buy. Yes, when our mom got to know that we were saving during the Christmas time, be like, "Oh, borrow me some of the money. At least I
Uh,
will start to buy Christmas gifts for you." And all those things. But that helped us. That helped us. Till
yeah.
date, we believe so much in investments, try to like multiply the money. And this one of the habits I've inculcated into my children as well, in savings. They don't just buy things. When they get to the
Mm-hmm.
store, initially when they see something, they're like, "Mommy, this is just $10. This is just $20." But when I sat them down and now explain to them, You see, in this country, the minimum wage in New York now, minimum wage is $15 per hour. So for you to be able to make $20, do you know how many hours you will work for you to make $20? So with that, it's helping their orientation. They don't just, oh, I want to buy toy. I want to buy this. The day my son was analyzing, defending the reason why he have to buy a gaming laptop compared to a $150 laptop, I was like, I applauded him. I was like, wow, this is brilliant. You are going for it. It helped their IQ. It helps
Yeah.
their communication. It helps their social life. So financial literacy is more than just, oh, pick money, drop it inside. It's more than that. By the time we sit down, we start orientating them, let them understand. Okay, I will give another example. A few weeks ago, I do throw pillows for souvenirs, gifts. So I explained there was the particular design is a mat. So I explained to my first son, I need you to help me make this mat while I just sew it and will sell. He was so excited about it. He is ready to learn. He wants to learn. My second son was like, oh, mommy, teach me to. Okay. So I now created a base for him. Come and sit down and do it. He could not do the first line. Just the first line. He now started crying. I said, take it easy. You have to learn how to do it. Later, he now came back to me, was like, Mom, we need a treat. Will you take us out this weekend for a treat? I said, yes, I will take you out on a treat, but we are going to spend money. We'll spend money at the treat. You have to make this pillow. When you make this mat, we convert to a pillow. When we sell it, then we'll go out for a treat. Say, oh, mommy, yes, that is how life is. No free lunch in Freetown. So someone have to pay for it. So you must be ready to be able to do it. So he now sat down and was like, he spoke with the elder brother, please teach me how to do this. So he started because he wanted to go on a treat. He need money to go on a treat. Not that, oh, mommy, wake up, we are going out. Okay, let's go out. Because they don't even understand the process. They will keep demanding. So when the brother sat him down and explained to him, then he was able to sit down and start learning little by little, little by little. Now, one thing, he has learned how to make maths from there. 2 is learning how to be independent. Yes, directly or indirectly, he can start thinking of how can I make business out of this? Let's be sincere to ourselves. So many people, I read a research recently that only 25% of graduates actually do the what they have gone to school to study. Yes.
Which is true.
It's true. So, 2 is already converting how you can make money from that. Yes, at times we have this mindset, oh, I don't want my children to start being exposed to money from early stage. A parent have told me about that before. I don't want my children to, so that they won't be distracted from their studies. I said, see, now lie. That's a big lie. I started knowing about money maybe at the age of 7. And that helped me. So teaching children money from early stage, it will go a very long, it's going to even ease our own tension. They won't be bringing one unnecessary list to us. Yes, every now and then. Do you know the little boy, he started this project little by little. Mommy, am I making progress? Mommy, am I making progress? Yes, you are making progress. Just take it easy. Don't worry, you will get it. Continue. Yes, it's not yet true with the math, but it's making progress. And that is what I want to achieve.
Okay, because he really needs to go for that treat. Okay, Mamas, any other contribution from you? Mrs. Esther, Mrs. Nadia, Mrs. Timmy?
Me, I'm learning, trust me. I am learning a lot.
What about you, Mrs. Timmy? she here? Mrs. Nadia, are you here?
Okay, let's
Oh,
continue.
okay. So, like always said, starting early to teach children about this basic concept is very, very important because it helps to teach them how to allocate money for different purposes, different needs, or different wants. Then I think making it practical again, like involving them in any, this maybe starting from this, like how your parents involved you in the financial decisions, taking you to the market. Yes, starting that too is very necessary. Making it very practical, even when you go shopping, when you're trying to choose one product over another based on maybe the price or the quality of the product, that as well. Then, if your children receive allowances, it teaches them to use the allowances wisely, like what you were doing with your food money. You're saving it, and it was also teaching delayed gratification and generosity again. Then, I think it teaches learning how to earn money through doing small tasks or small project like what your son is doing. Like he has to go for that treat. So once he finishes that maths, please take him for the treats. And this helps them to understand the connection between work and income.
Mhm.
There's a lot. We're not going to talk about everything that we need to learn about financial literacy here, but the little we know right now, let's start early to teach our children.
Yeah.
It won't turn them to entitled people. Like they
Mm-mm.
need this, they must have it at all costs. No. If they want something, ask them, like, do you really need this or do you have the money for it? I think you just start with explaining it to them according to their age range. They will understand. They will learn. They need to learn. They don't have a choice. They need to. They need
Very
to learn.
true. Very true. I remembered there was a time I don't because now anytime we want to go to the store, it's my first son that is in charge of listing whatever we need in the house. We
Okay.
have a board. So anything we are running out of, it go to the board and writes it out. So it makes the list most times. So, and one other thing I've learned is, and the course of involving them, even at times when you now sit down, you as a parent, you sit down, oh, I need to get this thing. They come to you and tell you, Mommy, do you really need it? Yeah. From our last week discussion, modeling, you tell them, do
Yeah.
you need it? Now they are coming back to you, do you need it? And with that will help you that, yes, that's true. Do I really need it? And it's helping a spending habit. And it's helping us from putting unnecessary debts on ourselves.
Yes. No. It's a lot. It's very broad, but let's start early. Let's start.
Yeah,
If we haven't started, let's start now. And if we need to learn it ourselves, like me, please start. Because I'm very, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there.
and before
We
you
start
round up
very
on
Who you
late.
are
this,
talking to? I'm here. I'm listening.
okay, okay, no problem. Before you round up on that, Timmy said something about bank cards. Yes, there are even some
Yes,
applications from the parent side. Let's start inculcating this habit of saving on their behalf. Yes, we get the salary, we
yes,
want to pay our bills. Developed countries, yes, is always make money, pay bills. But out of making money, paying bills, you can still save, even with just $1, a pound, a naira, an euro, save. There are applications. We should check for reviews. We can discuss with our bank manager which account or which application. Like in the US, Acon. I use Acon because at a point I started using calculator to to calculate how much I'm spending and making, because I was like, am I losing money? But I realized I wasn't losing money. It's just going. So I have to have a rethink. Come, I have to start saving. And I told my husband, I'm determined this year, I want to start saving so X amount for each child. So I opened an account. I opened an account for the three of them. I connected it to my bank account. I don't even need to start thinking, oh, I've not paid this month. So it's going to deduct it
That's a
automatically.
recurring payment.
Every
Okay.
week deduct X amount for A, for B, for C. So
Okay.
in a month, I will have something, and it's like an investment is increasing. It's going to
Very
yield
true, man. Very
interest.
true.
Yes, it will yield interest. Don't let us look at it from, oh, how much am I even making? I'm not making much. Yes, you are not making much. Even if you are making $100 per month, worst scenario, you are making $100 per month. Worst scenario, take $5 out of that 100. Close your eyes, take $5, and you can include this in your taxes that you are investing for
Part
the
of
children.
thing.
Yes. So it's not going to be as if you are paying two tax at the end of the day. So it's very important, and we are building their future. We are building their future with it. And with time, even by the time they get to the college age, you may not even need to start thinking
Mm-hmm.
how you go and secure loan for them to go to college. Because when you make this money, few weeks ago, was it earlier this year that we were talking about investment, real estate and co. From this money, you
Yeah.
can use it for a down payment, buy a house. You buy a house in the name of the child. You can buy a house in the name of the child, turn it to a rental property, and you start saving, making money. So it's a long-term thing, but we have to start somewhere. Now, if
Yes,
someone
ma'am.
should wake me up, come and buy a house for a child, I can't afford it. I don't need to deceive myself. I can't afford it. But if I start saving little by little, after some time, I will be able to afford a down payment, and I will be able to like get the house for them or for him or her.
Very true, ma'am. Very true. Very true. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, ma. As in, it's a lot. Even the part about buying shares, investing in stocks, dividends, all those other ones. Like that is still going far, but it's still part of it. Buying shares for them now, investing in stocks for them, doing trusts for them, doing what's that thing that First Bank does? Can't remember what First Bank does again, but it's just a lot. But like you said, ma, let's start from somewhere. Let's all start from somewhere. So like as we round off this session, is there any other contributions from anyone before we round off? Mrs. Esther, any contribution? Mrs. Nadia? Mrs. Timmy, would love to hear from you, please. Mrs. Esther, we know you're learning, but we want to hear something from you.
Not much. I just want to thank you for this chat session because it's actually for me. Yeah, I did have this opportunity when I was growing up, but God helping me, I'm ready to put it into practice. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We get there. Mrs. Nadia, any other contributions from you? Love to hear from you.
No, I'm in a public transport right now, so I'm listening and
Okay.
learning. I'm not able to add much at this time. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. No problem at all. No problem. So now we still have time. Can we move on to the next
We
topic?
have
Do we
10
still have
minutes,
time?
10 minutes more.
Okay. Okay, 10 minutes more. Let's start with let's talk about chores a bit. Like we don't know chores. Chores can be when it comes to chores can be a battle. As in sometimes it feels like serious battle between you and their kids. But I think for me it's actually a very powerful teaching tool. like teaching them responsibility, teaching them about teamwork, teaching them about life skills. Not it's not as in, it depends on how we make them see doing chores at home. Like we can even link doing these chores back to getting income for doing the chores, but we shouldn't make them feel entitled to, or make rather, how will I explain? Make them feel like if you do your chores, you earn money. No, make them feel that those chores are part of their responsibility, part of teaching them how to be on their own, be independent, be able to do things on their own. Part of teaching them that they're contributing to the household they are living in. Part of teaching them that whatever actions that they're doing right now will have impact on them in the future. It's part of teaching them that chores like cooking, cleaning, even time management it's part of chore. Like the whole that time this time management thing, I'm struggling with my son. He like they have to know the difference between when to play, when to eat, when to get ready for school, when to what's my son is play all day. Like he doesn't have any control. So we'll get there batting with that. And even um teaching the children about chores would help them build teamwork. When families are working together, trying to achieve a common goal, let's clean the house together. Everybody just joins in. It depends on how. Let's make it fun. You pick up this, you pick up that. We'll do things together. We'll make it feel like a battlefield for them. And I think starting very early as 2 years, maybe when they are done playing with their toys. So, Timmy, let's pick the toys. You help them, you show them how to do it, how to pick up their toys, how to put their clothes in the dirty basket, how to set the table. And you won't make it feel like as if it's a punishment. There's sometimes when it gets to that point, shall, but it depends. Make it fun for them. Don't make it feel like a punishment. And again, it's this all these things. It's not about perfection. It's all about the progress that we're making. That's maybe if the bed isn't perfectly made, like we want to like bring down fire and brimstone because we didn't make the bed perfectly. One thing I've learned again in this whole intentional parenting journey is like, if I don't teach my son if I don't teach them how to do something, they're not going to know how to do it. Because I was battling with that when I first started my son to arrange his bed. Then later on, I realized that I haven't even taught him how to do it. I already just imagined that he should know how to do it. Like every day I kept on shouting, why have you not arranged your bed? Why is your bed this way? Why is this place not straight? And me, God, I'm a very like I like seeing things put it where it is. If you take something, put it where it is. I like seeing things straight, laid out, neat. But the later I started and I started realizing, okay, I haven't taught this boy how to lay the bed. I haven't taught him how to fold the blankets. I just imagine that he's supposed to know it. Then I started teaching him, when you come, if you tuck in this edge, smoothing out this edge with your hands. I taught him. He wasn't doing it perfectly. In fact, till now, he doesn't do it perfectly, but it's better than when we started. At least he folds his blanket perfectly now. Not perfectly like I want to, but it's fine for his age. But he'll get there. But right now, I don't have to scream it off of my head. If I get into his room and I see the bed, like, this boy did not read this again. But he tried. I'll just help him, lay it out properly. I believe, like I said earlier, it's not about perfection. It's about the progress. And it's teaching him how to be responsible. It's teaching him how to be independent. Even his sister, who is 4, lays her bed perfectly straight than he does. So, like, I think another thing is learning that these children have they're different people. They have different temperaments. They have what works for A would not work for B. But me, as the commando parent that I used to be, everything must work. Whether it has to work for everyone. But I've started realizing that my kids are different. Even the way they breastfed is different. So why am I treating them like that? if I'm using this style on my son, it's not working for my daughter. I have to like know what kind of parenting style I need for my daughter, so she as well can grow. Like it's a lot, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So any other contributions from anyone, please, we'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from you.
I would like to say something. These short things,
Okay.
the way we are brought up, is I will talk in my own area. If your parents are well educated, you have a lot of advantage than some of us that our parents they were not really that educated. Like for me, I learned to do things myself when I was growing up. I don't have that experience whereby someone will sit me down and said, okay, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way.
Okay.
So that mentality, I'm just trying to erase it from my mind. That okay, this now I need to teach my children the way to do it. Not that assuming they need to know by themselves. So as a parent, I need to sit myself down. I think that is the first place it starts from. Sitting myself down, talking to myself, trying to look back the way I was trained and trying to see where I can fix what I can fix up now. Because now is different from then. Because then you train yourself. You train yourself. So but now our children, we need to train them because we are well known than our parents. We know things more than the way they do. There was, some of the things we discussed last week, it was actually for me. It was the time I need to call my mom and let her know that, you didn't put me through this, you didn't put me through this. And her response was like, I don't know. And that really met my mind. I'm like, don't worry, I know. I've forgiven you already. She said, I told you what I know. If that is what I taught her, it's really, it touched my heart because she didn't really know. So I didn't take it on her. Before I was so angry. Then she said, "Oh, I only know what I taught you because this is what I was taught too." So now that our own generation is different from their own, we just need to talk to ourselves. We need to sit ourselves down as a parent and said, okay, I am going to do this thing differently. I'm coming. So see, my people they are crying. Yes.
Sorry.
Let me respond to them.
Like wow, that's the way what you said is absolutely true. Like I think we both had the same kind of parents. But my mom, on the other hand, she tried. She really did her best. But there are still some certain things that she didn't teach me. Like I said in the last session we had, everything about sex relationship have been anything like she never taught me for one day. Everything I learned about it, I learned from outsiders, I learned from friends, I learned from TV, I learned from hearsay. I learned by doing and making mistakes and cleaning myself up and standing up and moving. It's just now that I think back and I begin to realize how all those things may be affecting the way I am right now, the way I parent or the way I think right now. Because I imagine it. So if I learned all these things I learned from outsiders, and I learned, but God saved me because I learned the good and the bad and the ugly. I'm not imagining if I leave my children and they go out there in this present age that we are, where everything is everywhere. I'm just setting them up for disaster, like serious disaster. But like you said, right now that we know where our mistakes are, that we know this right now, let's start teaching them. Let's be the first people let's be the first people that they hear it from. Even though they don't like it, let's keep on teaching them. Someone I can't remember who said it that you are not your child's friend, you're their parent. But that statement is still confusing me. I'm still trying to understand it. Is it possible to be my child's friend and be the parent at the same time? Said no. You're the parent, no, he's not your child's friend. Like your child will still grow up to have friends. Like you are the parent. You do the job as a parent. You're not the friend. You're not, don't start forming, I want my child to be my best friend. Like we might lose the whole idea of the, as in you're trying to, you don't want to hurt that child in any way. You're trying to be always be on the good side. And that's not why you're there. That if it needs you stepping your foot down and insisting on some things just because you already know the things that are ahead, that you need to let that child know at that particular point. But we'll all get there. Any other contributions from anyone, please?
Yeah, with this aspect of teaching children, not assuming, we should not presume they
Yes, ma'am.
know what we ask them to do. And again, I see need of we having a chat time, like a discussion time. It might be weekends or Fridays. Tell me what you don't like about me. Tell me areas you want me to improve. Yes. With that, we are creating bond. Two, we want to hear their own point of view so that we won't just be picking unnecessary offense. I
Yeah.
remember growing up, my mom, every Friday, my mom is very gentle. She's a very gentle person. I can say she's very gentle. I've not seen a woman that is as gentle as her. But when it comes to creating time for us to talk every Friday, we can gist till 1 a.m. at times. She will start telling us different stories, life histories, and co. So from there, it helped us to pick a lot of things. We learned, let me say, I learned a lot of things from her. A lot and a lot of things. And that's why anytime we have sections, I will hardly not go end the meeting without not talking about my mom. Because I can say she's my number one role model. She's a very quiet person. When I say quiet, she's a very quiet person. But when it comes to having listening here, she has listening here for, as a mother, want to hear your own side of the story, your point of view. So even the orientation she will give you, and I'm learning something from my children recently. Today, earlier this morning, my son was sending me something that, do I know that there are some advertisements on YouTube now that the content is not good for children. I thought, oh, really? That anytime he see that, he will have to report the adverts they had, that is going to report it. I was just like, if a young boy can have this mindset. We have gone to the library before, we collected books from the children's section, and when we got home, when he opened the book, it was a lot of F words, H words, it was a lot of dirty languages. And my son was like, Mom, I won't be able to read this book. We have to return this. So what happened? It was like, see what they have in children's section. Because we have discussed, he can see, he can recognize the size. He knows the zone. He knows where to, because there is discussion. Because we
Okay, that's
don't
interesting.
sit back and you should know, at least you're a Christian, at least you go to church, at least. So there should be a chat time. There is need to create chat time. Let's review, starting from parents. Tell me what you don't like about me. What do you hate about me? Where do you want me to improve? And they will be like, oh, you yell at us at times. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Then we start improving on that. And to this home chores thing, I don't start from 2. I start as long as the boy or girl can start walking. Starting from diaper. When I change diaper, I wrap it very well, take it, let's go. Yes, it's more work to me, but let's go. Put it in the garbage. Let's go to the bathroom, wash your hands. So from there, they start as long as they can start working. Appropriate. At least that's what they taught us, though. appropriate
No?
task. At least you
For
can
their
hold
age.
diaper. Yeah, for their age. So with that helped. So they will grow with it.
Yeah, you're right, man. Very right. I did this thing with my kids. I asked them one. I just randomly asked them, "What don't you like about mommy? That was this. Is there something mommy does you don't like?" But my son said he doesn't like my cooking. I'm like, what? Like what? I just, what do you mean that you don't like my cooking? Like after slaving for you in the kitchen, like I said, okay, just calm down and listen to him. What was exactly which? I'm like, okay, what part of the cooking don't you like? And that he wants to be eating pizza. He wants to eat hamburger and fries. He wants to. It just look this boy. He wants to eat that. That's what they serve them in school for lunch. And he wants to eat fries. He wants to eat hamburger. He wants to eat hot dogs. He wants to eat fish fingers. Like, I'm sorry, you can't eat all that in the house. But at home, we eat good food that would. But it was a whole lecture of healthy food, good food, eating vegetables, eating greens. Like, my mommy, just can't I just have burger or fries or just pizza or just milkshake? Like, not healthy. Then my daughter said she doesn't like it when I send her upstairs. Because sometimes when she gets extremely naughty, okay, I go upstairs to your room and stay there. And she doesn't like it when I tell her to do that. I asked her, okay, why do you think I asked you to do that? Said, I don't know. Said, no, you know. When you're being extremely unkind to your brother, or when you're being very naughty, then I can't beat you. I have to tell you to go upstairs and stay there for a while to calm down. Said, okay, mommy. That's well, it's actually good to get these reviews from them now in this
Yeah.
day and age. But we can't. I'm not sure we could try that during our time. Oh, the kind of koboko
Like
that be
what you
waiting for
said,
you.
yes, like what you said, or was it the PM that said it earlier on that it was what our parents were exposed to, their
Yeah.
upbringing. Like I could remember my dad would talk and you talk back, you get a dirty slap. Like dirty slap, your eyes will turn. You can't talk back and say, then which opinion do you have? So, but these days, then with the kind of environment we are, they will even teach them in school that, see, if
Yeah.
your parent is treating you this way, come to school, tell us,
Very
and
true.
we'll take it
Yes.
up from there. So instead for you to get to escalate to that stage, it's better we start from the house. And to me, these children are children, they are not slaves. They are not slaves. We should give them listening here. We should show them as much love as we can show them because they are gifts. God gave us as gifts. So we must treat them well. Some children, the way we even talk to them, they feel so, it affects their self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to train them. We want them to be as smart as we are. But we have to take it easy. We really have to take it easy. And I want to talk about the pizza, whatever thing. Yes, where we are coming from. We are not used to pizza, to burger, and co. Not that this food, they are not good when we make it in the house. We
Okay.
can go to the store and buy beef patties. We can buy potato, then we'll come home. We prepare it together. 2 weeks ago, my children was like, "Oh, mommy, we want a treat. We want to go to McDonald's." But okay, don't worry. I just thought of it. Oh, I have beef patty in the house. I don't need to go to McDonald's. I said, okay, don't worry. I have hamburger. Let's just go and get hamburger buns. And like, we got vegetables, we got everything. I have mustard, I have relish, everything in the house. And we marinated, put it in the oven, prepared it, and I gave it to them. I was like, how do you see it? It's yummy, right? And my first son, the economist of our house, said, Mom, this even looks cheaper than we're going to get. I said, that's the mess. Yeah, it looks cheaper. You're eating more and you're eating healthy. So with that, they can have it in the house. We can slot it in maybe in on Monday in the what's it called in the weekend that everyone is home.
Okay.
Prepare something for them. French fries. We can use hair fryer. We can just make it healthy. Put some vegetables beside it. You can do maybe pineapple juice or orange juice, fresh juice. Give it to them. And they'll be like, oh, mommy, you are the best. That's when you hear, mommy, you are the best.
I know you're very right, ma. Because my son has been begging me, let's make pizza. I think I've just been very lazy to actually go into it. But I would do it. I would do it. I'll get to it. I'll get to
Yeah.
it. Any other contributions from us? We have Prila X Enterprises and Mr. Elizabeth. I'd love to hear from you.
Hi
This is
guys.
Esther. Okay, welcome, ma.
Hi. What you guys said is true with the kids. Having a review with them is awesome. They can be brutally honest. Sometimes it can hurt your feelings, but you have to let go and move on and be better. I whenever my kids, the way I train them, I don't wait for a time for them to talk. The way I train them is at any time you can talk because I have girls. At any time you can
Okay.
talk, I'm listening. And God has helped me to have a listening ears when they are saying things that are priority for me to listen and learn from.
Mm.
Um, there are some times whereby it can be hard as well, whereby like you stated, you have to be their friend and not their mom at that time. As mothers, we wear different hats. We are the chef, the engineers, the therapists, the doctors, everything. So there are some times whereby I have to be a friend to my 10-year-old, depending on the discussion we are having. And there are sometimes I have to be a mom to her as well. So it's not an easy road, but we are already there. We have to navigate it and we have to navigate it with care and attention as well. And like you guys said, from where I came from, you don't have no opinion. You
Mm-mm.
cannot say nothing. Whatever your parents said stays. Also, the thing you mentioned about the sex life and all those things, I learned it from outside as well. My parents never taught me anything. I learned it from outside. But now with my kids, especially with my older one and the things they want to be teaching them in school, I have to be cautious to get to that before the teacher gets to it. I have to be attentive to all of those things. When she asks questions, oh, mommy, my friend is bleeding. What does that mean? I quickly told her, this is it. This is what it means. Don't ask anybody. Come and ask me. I will tell you about it. Being aware of your body, being
Mhm.
aware of gestures that, other men may want to do to you and it's not comfortable. I talked to her about it. If you're not comfortable greeting someone, you don't have to. It's okay for you not to greet. So all of those factors are, yeah. We just have to listen to them. We have to listen to them. And as parents, we have to work on ourselves also to be better as well.
Yes. Thank
Mhm.
you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Like what you said is it's really right. When looking during there was a week they were teaching my kids life cycle of animals, and instead to do them life cycle of human beings. They asked them to bring their pictures to school from when they were babies to their present age. So that week my son asked me, Mommy, where do babies come from? Then that question caught me off guard. I had to pause to think. Like I wanted to ask him, why are you asking? Said no, that's not the right word to say. Okay, I should give me a minute. Then I'll get back to him. I was trying to avoid answering the question. So after dinner, he still asked me, Mommy, you still haven't told me where babies come from. So I now told him, okay, um, it comes from God. Like that he knows babies, human beings that God created him. I was like, no, where do babies actually come out from that he knows that women get pregnant. Like looking at him, how did he like okay, like, how did he even how does he know all this? Because I did not tell him all this. And I remembered, oh, they've been teaching them about life cycle in school. And they must have mentioned some things to them. Like, okay, that he wants to know the actual place where the babies come out from. And I told him, okay, they come out from the birth canal. Like, okay. And he sat down for a while and started thinking, Mommy, what is the birth canal? Show me the birth canal. I want to see. I want to see it. Show me where. Like, not tonight. Like, okay, why don't you go to bed and sleep? We'll talk about it later. That was another plan of avoiding the question. The next day after school, I think he was just waiting for me. After dinner, just came to me thinking, okay, Mommy, I'm ready. So ready for what? I want to see the birth canal. I'm like, God, please help me. How do I? What do I? How do I? Like, okay, I will tell you later. Just later. Till the next day. Mommy, I want to know where the birth canal is. So I have to talk to myself. This boy keeps asking me and I don't tell him. May eventually find out from someone else. And who knows, the graphic. I just sat him down. I Googled. I had to start Googling. How do I explain to a 7-year-old this? How do I do this? How do I do that? Sat him and I started telling him, okay, you know when the how mommy and daddy make a baby. Say, yeah, he knows all that already. Okay, tell me. It's like he knows when the man and the woman get married, that the woman gets pregnant, and she has that the baby grows in her tummy. The baby grows from a fetus to a full baby, and when it's time in 9 months, the baby comes out. Like, but now he wants to know the actual place that the babies come out from. I told him birth canal. Like, what is the birth canal? I got tired. I just had to tell him, okay, the birth canal is the vagina. He said, okay, is that where it comes from? I said, yes. I said, okay. Ah, that one you should have told me a long time ago. Like, bro, you're just 7 years old, though. And I had to start explaining to him that, okay, yes, sometimes when the babies are stressed or something, they don't have to remove babies from the mommy's tummy instead of the birth canal. I said, okay. Yes, I'm listening. I had to, it was a lecture that I did not want to have. Jesus. But I just had to. I had to tell him, I had to use the words for what it is. Because he didn't sound surprised when I was, because I've always taught them, okay, mention your body parts as it is. Use the right words for your body parts. Mention your breasts, mention your penis. Like, tell them as it is. I'm not telling you this is your pee or your, no. I started that. So what am I hiding? Let me tell them what it is. Like, okay, ma, thank you. I understand now. It's okay. I understand. Like, and since then, he hasn't asked me again. But I don't know. Did I do something wrong? Because fear don't dey catch me since. So, like, I hope I
No,
didn't.
you didn't do no, you didn't do anything wrong because my she was 6 at that time when she asked me. And as God will have it, I had a cesarean section with her. So I was very, very quick to just show her the mark of the cesarean section. I didn't go into like depth of, oh, this is that, that is that. Maybe later on in the future, yes. But for now, I didn't go into depths about that. And the school also sent us a letter that they wanted to be teaching them things about sex, the opposite gender, whatever. I waived that for her. I didn't want her to take that because I want to be able to ease her into that. Because if they don't teach them at school, the things they watch on YouTube, the
Yeah.
Disney channels, Netflix shows that you think are children friendly shows would teach them. So I don't do any of those things. I don't let them watch it. But you did the best thing you can do by explaining. You are even awesome. For me, when they ask those questions, I begin to ask open-ended question just to know where their thought is, where their mind is at that particular time. Why are they asking that question? So I keep asking questions. They keep giving me answers for me to know at the end of the day how I'm going to answer that question they had asked before. So that's what I do.
Uh, Because that whole week was just about babies. Like I know, like you carried me in your tummy for 9 months. So yes, I did. Then you had after you had me, then you had my sister, right? You carried my sister for another 9 months. So yes, I did. Okay, so I came out before my sister, right? So yes, you did. Like yeah, my sister was how like say ask me, how did I look when I was a baby? I started showing them baby pictures. How did my sister look? I started showing what did I weigh? How big was I? Like, did I take breast milk, mommy? Did I take this milk? What kind of food did I eat? Like it was a lot of questions like I would willingly run away from. But I just had to. I just had to like humble myself and answer because knowing me before, nah, I would have completely avoided the question. I would have told him something like I would have pushed him away or something. But well, we're all learning. We're all learning.
Can I say something?
Yes,
Okay, good
I
evening,
can.
good afternoon, good
No,
morning. The same question I remember asking my mom when I was little because I can't remember whether I was taught in school, but I know I was I was curious then. I was like always asking questions. I was so intelligent. Yes. So one day I went to my mom and I asked, "Mom, where did baby come from?" She said she stood up because she was lying down. I remember she was pregnant and she was laying down by her side. And I tapped her, I said, Mommy. She said, eh. And she didn't really, they were, those parents, they were not those people that would teach you, okay, this is it, this is it. They just ask a question. Anybody touch you? Did anybody touch you? Did anybody touch you? And I said, no, no, no. He said, hey, if they touch you, let me know. Okay. So you'll never be able to say anything. So that day I was just curious. I said, Mommy, I started to say it. I said, where did baby come from? And I noticed she jumped up and she sat down. She said, eh? I said, where do babies come from? She looked at me and the next thing was she just shouted, you're very stupid. Who told you that? I said, no, 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 before I would say anything. I just saw myself running because I remember I followed me and I ate slippers that day. But so it was really what they were taught because when they told me about their upbringing, they were from this family where their dad would beat them with broom and they will have to start helping each other to pick out the broom from their body. So I understood where they were coming from. And to see my children asking me, my daughter asking me, Mommy, why do I have to sit to pee and Otney is standing to pee? And immediately I told him, because what you don't tell them, they get answer to it. Or something will happen in a movie you're watching the next day. You just
Yeah.
see, it's just like that. Something will happen and they will learn it. And they'll say, oh, okay. You just hear, oh, okay. You ask what is happening. They'll say, that question I asked yesterday, I've seen the answer. So it's better the answer comes from us. And when she asked me, I said, okay, you see, I now called Otne because they are still little. I called Otne. I opened this trouser. I said, you see, Otne's own. Is it the same thing with your own? She said, no. I said, that is why. Because Otne cannot sit down to wee. You can sit down to wee. You cannot stand to wee because it will splash on your body and all. So I explained everything to her. She said, oh, okay. So whenever she does her business and her brother want to do her business, she goes out because she knows that, okay, her brother will need to stand and do his own. So, yeah, parenting is is something. It's not a one way fit all. It's
yeah.
not. Like recently, I'm still struggling with how to make my daughter I won't call it low self-esteem, but she has this thing she's doing. I think she's trying to be manipulative, where she knows that she can't get this thing, and the next day she start crying. You don't love me. I'm so stupid, and she does that only when she notices that you are getting tired of what she's doing. Like this morning, her dad went to London to buy food stuff, and I went for a night shift. I came back. I saw her crying while her dad was in the waiting room, and I asked, "What's happening?" I don't want daddy to go anywhere. Okay, and I explained to her, oh, your dad is going to buy food stuff. You see that we don't have this, we don't have this, and you want to you've been asking for noodles. There's no noodles. We've been asking for there's no this. She said, oh, okay. But I don't want my daddy to go. I want us to be a complete family. My you you, my daddy, my brother, myself. I explained, and I got tired. I just left her to be crying. The next thing she'll do, she'll do, because I took her brother to date her brother. And Mommy, you don't love me. I don't even love my daddy anymore. I'm so stupid. You don't love me. I'm so. How do I do this? Like, how do I explain to her? How do I make her stop doing that? Because it's really getting on my nerves too. I've told her that words have power, and I don't want her to be using such words on herself. So, but after she
Mm.
does all those things, she will come back and say, "Mommy, I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm sorry." At first, I'll not accept the sorry. Later, I'll not say, "You see, you're saying sorry. You're only saying sorry when you don't mean it, because you still do it again. It's not right to say sorry when you don't mean it." And I keep teaching this. I keep teaching this. I know they are kids, but how do I stop her from doing this? And again, they used to fight a lot, but as God will have it, yesterday I came across an Instagram page of a mom that used to post her children, how they are all lovey dovey with each other, always play with each other, they are not fighting. I know definitely there was the place where they are fighting, but they're not. But how they do that, and I showed them. You needed to see the way they were just cozy. They just my daughter and I said, I say you remember this. If your brother does this, you hit your brother. You see, you're not supposed to hit your brother. You're supposed to hug your brother. And the mother was asking, what if your brother take your toys without your permission? What would you do? And the girl was like, it's just a toy. She's my brother. He's my brother. So there's no problem. I have so many toys. I can pick another one. I said, did you hear her? You have so many toys, you can pick another one. You have to protect your brother. And I looked at my boy and I said, you have to protect your sister. Are you seeing all this? And today, do you know that today, I think I've heard just one or two from them. But how do I stop? My question now is, how do I stop my daughter from saying all those things? I don't like hearing them. It gets me pissed off that I have to ignore her. But how do I stop her from saying those things to herself?
Can I ask a quick question? I,
Okay.
do you spend more time with the kids at home, or is it that when they come back from school, you guys are going to work and all of those things?
No, I spend more time. I'm the one that spend more time with them because my husband is the one that have the sponsorship. So I pick. I don't have a permanent job because of them. I pick shift whenever I can, and my night shift that I go for, I go by 9 p.m. when they are sleeping and come back by 7:30 p.m. So I still dress them to school. I still take them to school. We still do morning prayers. We follow NSPPD. We take the communion together. We do morning prayers. I bless them. If I don't bless them at home, I bless them on the road. So they know all this routine. I spend time with them. We read together. We do assignment together. But you see, this thing continues. I think when she goes to school, she learns, and what she does is she adds new words every day after school. So I think she's picking it from school. But how do I? Because I've told her so many times, she don't need to. She'll say, "Oh, I don't even like Elishua, my name." I said, "No, you're Elishua." She will be like, "Mommy, I want to be like you." I said, "No, no, 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 you can't be like me. Elishua, you're unique. I've made so many mistakes. Do you want to make? I'll not start picking some mistake around the house." I said, "Do you want to make this mistake? Do you want to?" She said, "No." I said, "No. That is why you have to be your own Elishua. Make your own mistake. Be your own self. Bear your name. Your name is unique and beautiful." I asked her, have you heard anybody bearing Elisha before? She said, "No." I said, "You see? But you've heard so many precious." She said, "Yes, my friend is precious." I said, "You see?" So I spend time with her. I talk to her. We read the Bible. We do memory verses. But still, we go out together. But still, this same thing that I don't like, she keeps doing them. I know children will be children. I know they can stay and disobey once in a while. That one doesn't bother me because I did it, and I'm here. I learned from my disobedience and all. But you see this low self-esteem that is coming because I suffer from it. I don't want my child to suffer from it. How do I stop it?
I'm gonna say is to keep encouraging her, keep talking to her. Sometimes when she says things like that, like just ask, why did you say that, like you've done before? Why did you say that? We shouldn't say this. You are beautiful, you are this, you are that. Maybe words of affirmation can help, but the ultimate I'm gonna say would be prayer. Put it to God in prayer as well, so that He can also direct you on how to fix it too. Okay.
Miss Precious, what Miss Elizabeth said is actually what is coming to my mind. There are some things that we don't have power over. We don't have control on it. We just have to submit them to God. Firstly, work on yourself through prayer. Let God show you some things, maybe about yourself or about your husband, because both of you must be in agreement to help her. It's not only the job you alone can do. You and your husband, you need to be in an agreement. You need to pray together. Then after both of you, then you include her. You and her will do one-on-one prayer together, you and your daughter. Then include her father. Because if it's going on like this, it's going to get um more harder and harder in future. But this is the time hmm, to put it to God that God, you gave me this girl. I don't like what is going on in her. Lord, show me first. Am I the issue? Is it my husband? Is it what is really going on? See, our God is a good God. He will show us things. He will answer. Then you need to be you read Bible together, you study together, memory verse. Both of you need to pray together too. Both of you and your daughter, one on one. You need to pray together. Then you need to include your see this prayer thing, you and your husband together. Eh? Three of you together. Then you and your daughter. If prayer works, God answer prayers and God will fix her. Then in your household, what are the languages that you all speak? How do you talk? How how do you talk to your husband? How does your husband talk to you? How do you talk in the presence of the children? So God will help you. God will give you the wisdom. We all need the wisdom of God to train these children. And they will do things that will make us angry. That moment of getting angry, we need the patience, we need the wisdom of God, we need that particular moment. You start praying, God, help me to calm down. Give me wisdom on how to deal with this. God, just help me. God can tell you to just keep quiet, don't talk. God can tell you, okay, do this. See, God do speak. I pray that God will help us to listen.
Amen.
Miss Nkiruka, your son
Yes, ma'am.
is very curious, very, very curious. You want to know things. There are things
Yes.
that I would say ladies, we female, there are things that we are comfortable discussing with our daughters than discussing with our boys. There are things that we can really open up to our girls than opening up to boys in terms of our body. Let his father take some roles too in explaining some stuff to him as a man to boy. They will relate well than you explaining to him. You will get angry. Oh, that is our nature. You get angry. But for man, you will be calm enough to explain, okay, this part you have in your body is for this, is for that. You see, me and mommy, God will give him wisdom to explain to him than you. But for your girl, you will be able to speak to her comfortably because you have the same structure, you have the same thing. You understand? So we all need the wisdom of God. And Miss Janet, we need this parenting thing, oh. we before we start training our children, we need to train ourselves because we need help. God will help us. We need parenting for ourselves. Yes.
It is well. No, I
Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
just to add to Mrs. Precious, if can you get your daughter a gratitude journal? Like try and encourage her to write down like every day. Let her write down things that she's grateful for, even if it's just one thing or two or three. Let her write down in her journal what she's grateful for. Then another thing I would like to ask is if you can, I don't know, do you write notes to her like telling her that you're proud of her, she's beautiful, like just write a note to her, hold it and put it somewhere that she will see it when she comes out. And I think when she reads it, when you start that, when she reads it, I think that will help her build her self-esteem or showing that yes, you also appreciate her the way she is. These things will definitely happen. Another thing about kids for me, I believe, is repetition. We need to keep repeating and repeating. It gets tiring, but for them, we need to keep repeating and repeating some certain things to them. I got my son that's the gratitude journal, and it's been I don't know it's I think it's been helping him. He's always eager to write in it, even if it's just some. Sometimes when I read it, I laugh. He writes, "I'm grateful for my maths teacher." I'm grateful for licking ice cream, like but he writes in it, and those are his own thoughts for a 7-year old. He's happy when he writes those things. And sometimes I do write notes to him, like I'll just write, "I'm proud of you," or "I'm proud of the boy you are becoming." Or if he does something extraordinary, like I remember, let me just say, um, just like a note that "I'm proud of your skin color," "I'm proud of your hair." I just those body image, those body things. I keep on affirming it to him because this sometimes the school will be there's they will tell you, Mom, I don't like the color of my skin. I don't like the way my hair looks. He wants his hair to be silky. He wants his skin. So there's a day he kept on asking me that why is my skin milk and he's brown. I told him, "What complexion does your daddy have?" He said, "Daddy is brown." I said, "Yeah. So you have daddy's skin color. So what's the problem?" Like, no, that he just wants to have milk skin like mine. I said, "No, no, 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 no." I had to start telling him I'm proud of my skin, I'm proud of my color, I'm proud of the way God made me. As in, I think you should start those affirmations for her, like make it very intentional. I think that would help too. God would definitely help us with our
Amen.
children.
I have one more thing that is coming to my mind for Miss Precious. If you discover that your child's school is messing with her, please change our
Yeah,
school.
that's another one.
Pray
Yes.
to God to help you change our school. That might help.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Then for the journal, yes, I gave out journal. She has so
Okay.
many journals. And she writes letters also. But I've not been writing her notes. I tell her with words, but I think I'll start writing the notes now because she can read and write. So
Just make
I will
it
start
very
doing that.
fancy, like decorate it, make it beautiful. Like when she sees it, she just lights up, when she has that thought at the
Mm,
back of her mind for the whole day.
okay, I'll do
Mm,
that.
all right. Thank you, Miss Nkiruka. Please just you can put a red line where you stop today because we are 46 minutes behind schedule. So it's fine. I really thank God for the way God have been helping us in these sections. Yes, we want to spend 1 hour, but we spend more than 1 hour. It shows the importance of this um hangout, which is very good. Me, I see every Saturday as a time for me to go to for therapy. It's like a therapy for me, refresh my mind, discuss. We are all learning. Nobody knows it all. We are all learning. And I really want to appreciate us for today. So next week, by God's grace, we will continue this conversation. And I want us to come up with topics because I see importance of we really diving into parenting. And a topic dropped on my mind, building self-esteem in children. So PM, please take note of that topic, building self-esteem in children. To wrap it up today, um, we've said a lot about how to help this little girl. Two things that we had. One, what kind of movie do we watch? Do we watch Nollywood or Christian movies? In my house, I have to restrict it to only Christian movies. And the reason is the use of all these vocal languages. And now we have different kinds of Christian movies. So I have Christian movies I go strictly with. And my children, they know. Most times, even when they want to win my heart, they will go and put it in one of the Christian movies because they know that I won't tell them not to watch it. So that's two. Looking at it from behavioral aspects, when the girl is calm, sit her down and talk to her. Talk to her. Do you know you are beautiful? All day. I don't want to repeat it because of our time. Talk to her. The things you don't like, if you want to pray with her at that time, yes, it's going to enter her ears. But when she's acting up, you are just wasting your time. Let her finish. When she's calm, sit her down. You can bring daddy into the scene if daddy is home and discuss. And the Lord will help us in Jesus' name.
Mhm.
Please, Miss Nkiruka, I didn't allow you to round up. We just have to leave now
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I can see you are in the spirit. You are flowing. Yes. So, in one word, before we go, I want us to close our eyes and ask for God's wisdom to train these children the way they should go. The Bible says, train up a child the way he should go, and when he grow old, he will not depart from it. We need God's wisdom on how to go about this thing. We've discussed a lot today, but we cannot do it without the help of God. Oh, I'm a disciplinarian. Oh, I'm a something. You need God's wisdom on how to go about it. There are parents, I've seen parents that were disciplinarian, but their children, they are something else today. And I've seen parents that they are so gentle with their children, and their children are in high places doing exploits today. So I want us to tell God, Lord, I need your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to train up my children the way they should go, so that when they grow old, they will not depart from it. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father, grant
Amen.
us grace, oh God. Grant us your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from above to train these children the way they should go. In the name of Jesus. Have mercy
Amen.
on us, oh God, and let your name be glorified. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm going to stop the recording.